On Saturday, it will be two of the big guns in Western Province schools rugby who take each other on. This year the game is played at Paarl Roos Marcotta grounds, and it seems as if home advantage is a vital ingredient when these two schools clash. The rivalry runs deep between the two schools, but so do the friendships.
So later gaan in ryk van skoor. They were the most feared centres in world rugby. Saul was a Paarl Roos and Ryk was a boys' hire. And they were this unbeatable and frightening combination.
Since 2006, it has been the home side that has won the close encounters, and Paarl boys would like to break that sequence this year.
You can look back on this day and you can either say, well, we gave it our all and we beat them, or you can look back and say, oh, maybe I should have just put in that little bit more.
And it's always been an up and down results. Last year we beat them, the previous year they beat us. So it's always challenging to play against a fine school like Paarl Roos.
There's a rivalry, not only on the field, but leading up to the game between the old boys and parents.
And I always say to them, one thing you must remember is that it'll be the most enjoyable rugby you'll ever play in your life.
What I take out of rugby is the enjoyment I got out of it, and playing the friends you make on a rugby field is there for life.
Make bonds there that carry you through the whole high school career and after school as well.
And for me to be an old boy and to be able to coach it's something special. So for us to play Paarl Roos or them playing us, it's always a big rivalry, but it's a healthy rivalry. This season so far we only lost to Office. We are currently in the top 3 of South Africa, on the top 20. We like a running brand of rugby, but also, you know, we'll take you on physically.
So we did a lot of hard work in the pre-season, tried to get the boys ready. We believe we've got a very good backline. We like to play, you know, quite an expensive game. It's a highly entertaining brand of rugby that is being played. Schoolboy rugby has become a lot more professional than in the past, and what we're trying to do is get the boys ready for that type of game. It's going to be a huge clash, and we really appreciate the boys doing all the hard work.
It's a school that always looks after the tradition, protect that, nurture that, the value system that they look after, and also, obviously also from that, respect and discipline.
I always decided I've got to be in boys. I think Kone Kricha was my role model, so he was the reason I came here. A lot of talent comes from these towns. I think it's the guys know that there's a good rugby that comes from these schools, so they tend to flock towards these schools, and that's what allows them to develop the players and make them even better.
When you went to Paarl Roos, it's quite a big rugby school, and it was quite an honour to be there. Part of it was because my dad was here, but you know, when you look at a school like that, and like you say, previous legends went to the school, I think that's part of why you want to go to the school as well.
I played in the maroon jersey. From Paarl Roos days, from the age of 11. Played for one club, I played for one province, and obviously I played for one country.
We've had a nice run of successful current players that's come through in this ranks, and you've mentioned Skalk Brits and Andries Becker.
Take Jean-Dre Kruger as the latest example. You know, he's our 50th Springbok that comes out of the school.
Met namens al die Paarl Roos ouens, dis 'n Jean-Dre Kruger, baie geluk sê.
I think you always dream of achieving the highest levels and becoming a Springbok. Great mates there, with great coaching. It's an awesome school with a lot of tradition.
I think it should be a good mix between enjoyment of the game and also being professional. As the boys play for the passion of the school, and their love for the school and their teammates and their peers and their old boys, especially at the school.
Paarl Roos is always very, very strong, and those guys are as traditional as we are, and they want to win as much as we are, so we'll go there and we'll approach them in respect, that when we set foot on the Marcotta field, that this is Paarl Roos country, but we will pay them all the respect that they're due for.
Some advice I've got for the first team boys at both Paarl Roos and Boys High is just to trust the coaches and trust the game plan, because it happens so quickly to go your own direction. And in our matric year it was very tough there at the office, as Mark said. Playing against him, it doesn't make it easy. Bliksem alle boykies. That'll be my team talk. I can't actually make a prediction because both teams are great this year, and I think it's going to be a very tight game.
Interschools is always massive, you know, and I think the most pressure any school kid will ever have, you know, 18,000 people at a school game.
The boys just want to play rugby, and it's always a great rivalry to play Paarl Roos.
Because it's healthy rivalry, but it's very competitive.
Sport is not is not fair to anyone.
To say in Afrikaans, jy moet altyd glo jy is die beste, maar jy moet nooit dink jy is goed nie.
You know you've got the support, winning or losing.
It's something you obviously then take onto the field. You can also take it off the field.
But we take it game by game.
You know, a whole lot of fantastic players, you know.
If you lack team dynamic, you'll be in trouble.
It inspires you to work harder, to put in the efforts that you can be there one day.
Yeah, there's a lot of special memories I can tell you about Boys High.
It's tough, it's not easy.
Rugby actually prepares you for life.
I seldom lost it for a real, so.
We've had a fairly good season.
It's going to be a normal game. You know what we're capable of?
Yeah, I'd say just win then.
And you know there's going to be a lot of spectators.
It's a great brand of rugby that is being produced at schoolboy levels.
I know for a fact we never lost against them, so that's always positive.
I think Boys High has got the edge on them. I'd say Boys High got 10 points.
I don't say it's impossible for Paarl Roos to pull it off. It's going to take one hell of an effort.